Welcome to the Making Connections on IGGY tutorial video. Please note that closed captions are available.
隐藏式字幕以普通话提供.
한국어 자막 안내입니다.
Thank you for choosing IGGY, Ross Video's family of live audio over IP converters offering the most broadly interoperable, flexible, and robust AES67 and ST2110 implementation on the market. This video is part of a series of short tutorial videos which walk a user through the initial device setup and the various ways to make audio connections. In this installment, we will go through making receiver connections in various ways and explain how to manually configure sender streams. Before continuing, you should have completed the initial setup of your IGGY and be ready to make connections. If you need help to get to that point, please review the first two videos of this series, Connecting to your IGGY and Using the IGGY Setup Wizard. We will now proceed assuming that you can access your IGGY's configuration pages with the dashboard application and that all steps in the initial setup wizard have been completed. Your IGGY should now be connected to your data IP network and also to an audio device. The IGGY MADi connects to an audio device through a MADi port. The Connections tab allows you to connect audio that is received over the IP network to output out through the MADi interface. In this tab, you can see the destinations. Recall that each destination represents one or more of the MADi channels as you configured in Step 11 of the initial setup wizard and possibly customized in the Advanced Destinations tab. When you make a connection to a destination here, you are directing the IGGY to send audio data to the associated subset of MADi channels. For each destination, this tab shows the fixed MADi name, ABC, etc., and the customizable output name. There is an indicator of the current audio connection, currently disconnected. There's also a status indicator and further connection information available. Below this, we showed the available stream sources. These are the audio sources available from the IP network. Stream sources can either be streams as they are currently being advertised by other sender devices on the network, or they can be network stream groups. Network stream groups are customized sets of streams and channel mappings. We will show how to design custom network stream group later in this video, but first we will show how to directly connect advertised streams. The filter is currently set to both, so we would see all advertised streams as well as any configured network stream groups. We can click the Advertised Streams filter option so we only see advertised streams. If there are advertised audio streams on your network, you will see them here and can make a receiver connection now. That is, start receiving audio IP data from the network and send it out on the MADi interface. You make the connection by simply clicking the output destination that you want to connect to and then clicking on the source. After a few seconds, you should see the audio connection information change along with the status and the connection information. If all went well, you will see OK in the status and your IGGY is now receiving audio data from the network and passing it to your MADi device. In the event of a connection error, you can click the Details button to see further information. If the connection is successful but the status does not show OK, then something is wrong with the data being received. A status of no packets received means that no valid packets are being seen by the IGGY for this connection. This can be because either the sender is not sending data properly, the network is not forwarding the data properly, or the data is incompatible with the IGGY's current configuration. For instance, if the packet size, sampling frequency, or number of packets per stream configured for your IGGY does not match the stream source. In this case, you should review your network topology, multicast handling, IGMP setup, and the audio settings. There are a few other things to point out about this Connections tab. You can hover the mouse over a source stream to see further information about the stream. If there are more than 34 streams available, you can use these page buttons to page through the streams. Since it is possible for new advertised streams to become available, or existing ones to disappear, you can click the Refresh button to ensure that this list of advertised sources is up to date. There is also a text filter that allows you to quickly find streams in a large network. When any text is entered into this field, only sources that have this text in their names will be displayed. The next section of this video deals with creating custom network stream group sources on the Network Streams tab. Such stream groups can be connected to outputs in just the same way as simple advertised streams are connected, but instead of being a block of channels exactly as received over the network, they are constructed out of one or more network streams and customized to give you much more control. For example, a stream group can combine multiple streams to make a source with more audio channels. You can add a new group by clicking the Add Group button. Then you can give the group a useful name. If you want, you can select a particular icon for this source. By default, there are 2 audio streams for a new stream group, but you can change this here and the tables will adapt accordingly. The substreams of a stream group are represented as Audio A, Audio B, and so on, if there are more. You can select an advertised stream for each, and you will see the information about each substream is updated in the table below. Here, the IGGY has 16 channels per destination, and the advertised streams have 8 channels each. With default mapping checked, the audio map shows how the stream A and B channels are laid out simply for this source. This shows how the channels would be applied to a set of MADi channels of a destination. Once you have completed setting up a stream group, click Save. You can now add another group or go to the Connections tab and use this stream group to make a connection. You can also use a stream group to enter manual information about a source when the source does not provide advertisements. Set the Assign Manually checkbox, then you can set the IP information for the source stream or streams. Remember to save any changes. Stream groups also allow channel remapping. You can combine channels from audio streams in any way to build a source stream group. You can select any existing group to make changes to it. Now I'm adding another stream to this group and selecting an advertised stream for it. As you can see, Audio C doesn't fit in the target audio map since there are 8 channels per source stream and we've set the destination to be groups of 16 channels. By unchecking the default mapping box and clicking Edit, you can now use the Audio Mapper widget to customize the channel mapping for this source group. The box on the right shows the channels as they will be applied to a destination when this source group is connected to it. The left box shows the available channels from each stream that you have selected. You can pick a channel from the streams on the left and a location on the target map on the right, and then click the right arrow to move it there. If you drag across the stream channels, you can select multiple channels to move at once. You can also select one stream channel on the left and multiple destination target map locations to repeat the source into multiple target channels. The buttons on the right allow you to move the target channels around within the target space. Don't forget to save any changes that you make to a network group, or you can click Cancel to revert the network group to how it was before you made edits. To use the changed version of a network stream group, you must reconnect it in the Connections tab. It should be noted that you can also use the network stream groups to just create a simple stream with one advertised source stream, but with a custom name to make it easier to find in the Connections tab. In the Advanced Receivers Cross-Connect tab, you can view a table that shows the low-level channel mapping as it is currently connected. We will now go into a little more depth about setting up the IGGY as a sender. In the initial setup wizard, in the Configure the Sender Sources step, you may have configured the sender sources with default random IP streams. In this case, your IGGY is already transmitting any MADi input data onto your IP network. Based on how you configured the number of audio channels per stream, the streams being generated will have that many channels. The Advanced Senders Setup Streams tab allows manual control over the sender's streams. You can remove or add a stream and fill in a name and IP port information, much like how we set up the network streams, although with the senders, when you click Apply, the IGGY will commence sending the stream immediately. Once a sender is defined, it is active. There is a Set Default Audio button which will map the stream to the next available MADi source channels, or you can use the Audio Channel Mapper widget here to customize the mapping. Here, the box on the left shows all the available MADi channels, and the target box on the right shows how MADi channels will be mapped to this stream currently being edited. You can add a number of streams, but with this version of IGGY MADi, a source channel on the IGGY can only be used once in an active sender stream, So when you add a MADi channel to a stream, it is no longer available to add anywhere else. You can put it back by using the left arrow. Always click the Apply button at the bottom to save the changes to a sender and make the IGGY start sending with the new configuration. The status field shows if there are any problems with the created sender. The colored dots beside a sender in this list indicate if the sender is working properly, green, or if there is a potential problem, yellow, or an error, red. This concludes the making connections on your IGGY tutorial video. You should now be able to configure your IGGY to send and receive audio IP streams however you wish. If you are having any trouble, please contact ROS support. Thank you for watching and for choosing ROS Video.